Here we are, another episode of Toxic Sarcasm Podcast. You got D here and Rockstar.
How you doing, everybody?
So what we're going to talk about here today is a question a lot of people probably want to know about. Do women like sex as much as men? You got any thoughts on that?
Well, you know, and we were talking. I think they probably do, but they're more emotionally attached to it.
Right. Absolutely. It's
I don't think they can. I don't think they can just go out and think about and just have a good time and just have sex. And you know, everybody wants to be safe, of course, but they're thinking about, is this somebody I could spend the rest of my life with? Is this somebody? It's like, forget all that. Just have fun.
yeah. Or they're thinking about how much should I got to do to get in this guy's wallet. Yeah. So, but yeah, like we talked about all the time before, it's hardwired. It's hard coded into us males. We're made to procreate. It's biological for hundreds of thousands of years.
Yep.
I mean, I know this because I just turned 1,024. So I was there. I was there for all of it.
You were there already?
Yeah, I was already there. Seen it with my eyes. But what I found, and you know, seen it all time and time again. I've even had some girls that tell me, you know, they get an emotional attachment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we can go out and we could sleep with 50 girls all week and come back to our girlfriend or our wife and still love her, because those 50 girls didn't mean anything.
Didn't mean exactly. Didn't mean. But we're not saying go do that. But like you said, we can do that. It just depends on what kind of person you are.
Whore. But you know what? It's okay for men to do it because biology. And you want to know what? If you women got a problem with it, blame God. I mean,
either blame God or give it up more often.
Yes. Yeah. You know what? And
that solves the problem right there.
I talked to a girl the other day and she was talking about something. I think the guy I'm seeing or whatever, I think he might be seeing other girls or whatever. I said, I guarantee you he is. If he's got, if he got stuff together and he's established or whatever, he's going to have options.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you he's seeing someone else. So your job as a woman is give it up to him, make him happy and be that number one. I mean, that's all you can do.
Make him feel like he's wanted. Make him happy, make him feel like he's wanted. And you may not have a problem. And you may be able to make or not. I don't want to say make that guy, but you're probably better off having that guy only want to be with you if you're making. It's not that us guys need to have multiple women. It's about being satisfied and having enough sex to not have multiple women.
Right. I firmly believe a lot of guys, especially, high value guys and stuff that have their life together, six figures and above. I firmly believe that there's guys out there that want to just have one primary lady,
Oh, absolutely.
But you women make it so difficult. I mean, you're out here and a guy does everything for you. Next thing you know, you're off with his best friend, in the backseat of the car somewhere.
Yeah. And I think they hold it against us and I
don't think women respect the fact that, men have testosterone and it's just pumping through our veins all the time. And you know how difficult it is if we say, hey, you're our main chick, you're a one woman, and we're not banging anyone else. Do you know how difficult it is for us not to, with all that fire and rage just burning through? I mean, look, blue balls. It's a thing. There's a name for it. There's a name. I mean,
Right.
If it wasn't a huge thing, they wouldn't have made a name. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Just make your man happy. I mean, what I don't know if they, like they say, I'm looking at this thing here that women actually do like sex as much as men, but I think they try to use it against men to, like you said, get what they want or have an ulterior motive or just play games.
of course, that's their main asset. That's women's main asset.
Mhm.
And especially, back
Their only asset.
Yeah, I think it is their only asset. Especially now, you look. I just watched a video. A girl was stating all the things she wants out of her perfect guy.
Mm-hmm.
She probably weighed 250 pounds and had a mustache. She was going on and on. He's got to cook. He's got to clean. He's got to pay the property tax for the house that he bought for me. He's got to wash the car. He's got to do the laundry. If we have,
well, what is she doing then?
Exactly. That's the same thing I said. What are you doing?
The women have to bring something to the table too. If that's the case, you better just lay in bed naked all night, all day.
You didn't want to see her naked. I mean, she was.
Well, not her, but I'm just saying the one you're with. She better just lay in bed naked all day. And when I get done washing the car, I'm coming in. And then when I get done cooking, I'm coming in.
That's right.
So on and so forth.
That's right. You know what, ladies, it's not that difficult. You could set something up like that. Say, yeah, I'll go and take the garbage out. Then I want a blowjob when I come in.
Yep.
You want me to cook dinner after that? Doggy style. He's like, what do you want me to do? I'll do them.
Well, it's compromising. I don't mind doing stuff like that, but don't make me. All it does is cause an argument or a fight or something because you want all that stuff, ladies, but then you want to say no.
Yeah, well, like we said, that's their bargaining chip that they use, and a lot of these modern women now, they have nothing else to bring to the table. I mean, you ask them. Well, first off, they get offended by that question.
Well, I was just gonna say, don't get us wrong, ladies. Not all women. There are women out there that have their shit together and
just a majority, just like 99.8%.
Yeah.
of women.
And those are the ones that are hard to find. And when you find a woman that has her shit together and has her own place and has a good job and can take care of herself, and those are the attractive ones.
Absolutely. Like I've said before, be unique, have your own thing going on.
Don't follow.
That's interesting. Don't be a sheep. Don't be a follower.
Right.
Absolutely. If I found a girl like that, if she had something to offer, I'd be like, wow. First off, I'd probably, piss my pants. Shock.
Well, and that's the thing. That's the thing online, and I'm so sick of these messages. And they're like, I'm like, what do you have to bring to the table?
I am the table.
Yeah, I am. I'm laying on the table. Well, you know what? Even though us guys have the testosterone we have, that's not going to cut it.
Right.
We still want a good woman that's going to bring something to the table. Because here it is now. Nowadays, it mostly takes two people to have a good relationship and have good stuff. And not saying materialistic things are a necessity, but it takes two people to make it in this world. I mean, unless you're living by yourself and you don't have 8 kids to feed, and
that's where the welfare comes in.
Well, no,
80 of those kids.
Well, no, they just cut it off here in Florida.
Oh, we've got it up here.
Oh yeah, you got it made up there, but here in Florida, it's one kid. That's it.
Look,
you get 20 kids. It doesn't matter.
More kids you get a house, you get food stamps, you get welfare, free Medicaid.
Well, did you see what they're doing for these people coming in the country?
Everything.
They're giving them free cell phones so they can keep track of them. How many times do you think any one of those people are going to answer that cell phone when you got to come to court?
Do you remember the Obama phones? They did that for us. Remember those nice Obama phones?
Where's my Obama phone?
I didn't get one either, so I don't know.
Where do I sign up?
Dude, it's hilarious. Like the middle class and upper middle class always get shit on.
Oh yeah.
Throughout, ever. And then it's like once you hit a higher tax bracket, you start to look and you're like, God, I can get away with a lot more stuff.
Or you're super poor and have nothing, then they give you everything.
Yeah. So you can't be in the middle. It's like you got to be wealthy or you got to be poor as all hell.
You got to be coming in illegal.
Yeah. See, well, that's what I'm gonna. If I ever go broke, I'm just gonna get Mexican citizenship or something and come back into the country. Got it made. I think we just solved the world's problems.
Yeah. But it's like you said, it's not really that difficult. And we're not all asking for relationships. Let's just hang out. Just if you don't want me to be with several women, then and not if you do not want a relationship and you want me to be just with you, then just take care of me and I'm happy.
Well, you know what I always say is if she wanted to, she would.
Yeah.
So there's a reason, and women aren't as straightforward as us guys.
What's the reason?
They want to beat around the bush, and they say, well, we gave you hints. We got to be telepathic and read their minds, dude. And that you could ask them straight.
I just said that the other day. I wish I was a mind reader, but I'm not.
Exactly. You could ask them straight to their face, and if it was me or you, ask the question, hey, what's the temperature out right now, or something like that. We would say, hey, it's 85. You ask a girl that, and she's like, well, it's kind of warm. It's warmer than yesterday was, but colder than 2 days ago. What's the temperature?
What's the temperature?
It's always some mental gymnastics.
Just give me an answer. Like you said, don't beat around the bush. Just give me an answer. If I ask you a question,
let's hope they don't have bush.
I mean, was it really that difficult?
It is for them. And that's why
why?
So I think a lot of women are oh God, what's the proper term? Can you say mentally retarded still? I don't know if that's
bipolar.
Every woman is bi. You just have to figure out which one. Bipolar or bisexual.
What the second part is.
Bisexual or bipolar. Every woman's bi. It's just one.
Buy something.
Yeah.
And there you go. I want you to buy something.
There you go. It's all, yeah.
They have no having you do stuff for them, but
they use it. They use it to their advantage. I think.
And don't get me wrong. I do things for somebody I care about because I want to do it, not because I expect something back. But
I do for friends and family, but strangers anymore, I don't do it. You really got to earn my respect if you're someone else now for me to.
Well, and that's where I've gotten to too. I'm done.
Unless it's like disabled kids or something, I donate all the time to stuff like that. But
yeah,
if you're a female and I don't really, even if I do know you as a female, if you really haven't earned my respect or anything, I'm not even thinking about, maybe I'll buy you a cheeseburger or something, but it's not going any farther than that.
Yeah, that's over with.
And I cannot, you would have to have a really, really good reason for me to be like, you want to know what? I want you to be my only chick. I want to be monogamous with you, and I don't want to have any other women. I don't even know what it would take. Like if somebody came up to me right now. I think
you better be giving me sex 2 or 3 times a week.
Oh, I better be getting it just more than that.
Or 2 or 3 times a day. No, I mean, if I'm not in a relationship with somebody, but I'm going to be, you're going to be my only chick, then you better be taking care of me.
Yeah.
And if not, then don't expect anything.
No, I mean, my thing is, I really don't like to see a girl more than like twice a week. So,
and that, well, there you go. You know, I do want to miss you.
Right.
But there's nothing wrong with, hey, you know, a girl calling the guy and say, hey, let me come over, you know, and not saying you just have to, I'm trying to divide this from escorts and somebody versus somebody that you know, care about and want to be with you. I'm not saying you have to leave.
I care about every escort that I know.
No, yeah. Oh God.
I'd send birthday cards.
There's nothing wrong with a girl coming over and say, hey, let me jump your bones and, you know, I'll go home.
Jump your bones. What is she, from 1925?
You know how much trouble we're gonna get in for this.
Oh.
No, but seriously, I mean, it's like, want to take care of your man, whether you're in a relationship or not, especially if you want that to be the only person that you're with.
I mean, I know I hear from some women, they'll say, oh, we want sex just as much as men. I don't believe that.
I don't believe it either.
I think it's this whole feminism thing is brought around this masculinity in women, and they want to try to be like men now, you know, and I say all the time, women are molding themselves into the man they really want. And they're trying to be so masculine and saying, oh, I can do what a guy can too. I can go around and I can have sex with multiple people and, you know, go about my life. I don't think they can, because they get that emotional attachment. You know, like I said, I've had some girls that told me,
not all, but
no,
unless they hide it really well. Unless they hide it really well.
Yeah. I mean, I knew some girls, you know, some streetwalkers, and I've had them, you know, talk to them, dancers and stuff I've known. And, you know, they all say, well, you know,
those are the best ones.
Yeah. I say, well, I get lonely sometimes and I do want to, you know, man, and all this, and they all get attached, you know, they have that emotional attachment. They got that estrogen pumping through. And don't get me wrong, you do have some of these really masculine women, you know, if you probably tested their hormone levels, their testosterone's a little higher. And, you know, they're probably out there raging, maybe wanting some.
Well, let me ask you this. If a girl's like, well, you know, I masturbate a lot. Well, wouldn't you rather have the real thing?
Well,
is your masturbation really that good versus the real thing?
Well, think about it. I'll be honest. I've been with a few girls, and I thought about it even during sex. I was like, man, I think I'd rather just be masturbating right now.
Well, I mean, that's a whole nother show, but
because I think we know what we like.
Right.
And I think that's why a lot of women.
But that's why you've got to, you know, you do things when you're with a girl to show them what you like, and then you grow from that. And I mean, if they're willing to do that, but I mean, to me, it's like, you know, you said this to me when we were, you know, banging, but then 2 days later, it's like, well, let's hang out.
That's because women say things, they live in the moment.
Yeah. And I've noticed that because it's happened to me a couple times.
Yeah. Yeah. Women say something in the moment. Like, that's why I hear a lot of guys, they'll say, well, she told me she loved me last night. And then, you know, yesterday she's getting banged by Ramon in the kitchen. next to the pants. And I says,
Yeah.
she loved you in that moment.
She loved you in that moment.
it.
She said that in that moment while you were having sex, but then after and tomorrow,
It was just that
on in the
moment.
wind. Yeah, it was
That's
that
what
moment.
I tell guys all the time. Women will flip so easily.
Yes.
And I say, hey, look, she's not yours. It's just your turn. You can't think that she's going to be around. You got to constantly think in your head, if she's not with you, I bet she's been over a table somewhere. If you tell yourself that 24/7 and you can live with that in your head and keep on with life, I think you'll be good.
Yeah.
You can't get attached. And
well, and they wonder why we are the way we are, because they make us that way. Girls, yes. You make us that way. Yes, and that's why we are assholes.
We are reflections of you. They say that men are actually more romantic than women are, which you think would be the other way around because women are so emotional and everything. But they say that men are really the more romantic people, gender.
Well, but like you said the other day, then you start being that type of person and they get bored. And then they're, he's not. Now I'm not having fun anymore.
It's funny though, because they'll say they want it, and you'll see all these videos where the guy will get rent out a room or something for the girl for her birthday,
right? And
spread flowers and candles around the room. Well, she records it and shows all her friends or whatever, just to be like, "Hey, look at this! Look at what this simp's doing for me." And meanwhile, she's, texting Tyrone on the other end. Yeah, I'll see you next week. And Tyrone didn't do a damn thing for her birthday.
Yeah.
Except blow her back out.
Yep.
But that's how it works. Like,
smash her head into the wall.
Exactly. Maybe put her head in the toilet. Who knows? But because she's a dirty girl. Muchacha sucia.
It's just make up your mind. And I don't think they can.
They can't make up their mind.
And then they bring past issues or past relationships, I think, into somebody new that they meet, and they think, oh, well, this just happened to me. I'm not going to give this guy a chance.
Yeah, they always relive stuff. I mean, look. That's why you can never tell women, you can never open up to them emotionally, because they're going to bring that back from your past. They're going to use it as ammo. They're going to use it against you. Right. So it's like they say that they want you to open up, but you can't, because they're just going to use it against you. And then they say, well, I don't know what happened. He never opens up to me. Well, because we know what you're going to do.
Yeah, we know what you're going to do. So, ladies, that's why we're assholes.
That's right. I guarantee you every guy out there that is a player or, sarcastic asshole or something, he got screwed over by some woman or multiple women. And that's why he is who he is. Deep down, I think every single guy actually really wants a long-term relationship with one woman. And if you think about it, it would be super beneficial for a woman. She knows, life's going to be taken care of. She's going to be protected.
When it's not so much taken care of, especially if you find one that has her shit together and can take care. I don't necessarily want to take care of a woman. I want a woman that can take care of herself.
Right.
But I want to do things for her to make her happy and, show that I'm appreciative of her. But then they take advantage. And then, like you said, then it goes taken advantage of, and then they don't respect it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the problem. I've said so many girls that I've kept around for years and have done like diddly squat. And I first started doing it cause I used to be the simp and thought, got to get married. You see all this stuff, got to have kids, got to do this, got to do that. And I'm so glad I didn't continue with that route, because I see the girls that I was with where they're at now. And I'm like, damn, that life looks boring.
Aren't they living under the bridge between your house and your shop?
Yeah, I give them some sandwiches sometimes. Bring them. I say, you remember those sandwiches you didn't make me? Here's those sandwiches.
Well, I don't know if I should bring this up.
Probably not.
There's a no, I'm not going to bring this up. Anyway, but yeah, there's people that I know psychiatrists and psychologists and then went to school for this stuff, and they're more damn crazy than the people they treat.
Yeah, I always wonder who's your psychologist, who's your therapist. They say that a lot of people will become therapists or psychologists because they had some kind of trauma in their past that they're trying to figure out, or they're trying to figure out why they are doing something that they do.
I think that's it right there. They want to find out what they want to see all these other people because they want to figure out why the way they are.
Yeah, some girls, I mean, some guys will do it too, but I see a lot of girls will try to fill that void with a guy's penis, and they'll just go guy to guy because they have some kind of void in them. They can't figure out what it is. So they just go guy to guy and they think, well, maybe I'm going to find it in one of these guys. Next thing you know, they've been with 50 guys and they still have problems because all along the problem was internal. You can't solve you can't expect someone else to solve your problems.
No.
So, I mean,
but then the problem, ladies, is if you find yourself a good guy, the problem is they don't open up when they don't open up when they find the bad boy. They open up kind of when they find the good guy, but then the good guy ends up becoming boring, and then they go back to the bad guy, and they're just as crazy as they were before they met either of them.
They never change. They say that however your mindset is at 17 years old is going to be the same mindset for the rest of your life. And trust me, I've seen it. I have seen it. So, yeah.
Well, what's that 17-year-old you're dating?
No.
I'm just kidding.
I wait till they're 18.
Well, that's what I said. Well, what's up with the crazy one that was trying to set you up?
You know what? I don't know. It's all a thing. You know, I think it was maybe a thing. I said because we were supposed to meet another time, and she pulled some kind of crap to try to test me. And I know all the tests because, like we always say, I'm pretty sure you women all read from the same book.
Oh, all you got to do is go on social media and figure that out.
It's crazy how they all do the same stuff. But, men, once you learn female nature, they're pretty easy to figure out because they all do the same thing. I see too many guys. They're like, I can't figure out this woman. Why she do this? Why she do that? She don't know. Don't ask her.
If you don't know, she doesn't know either.
Right. You don't ask a fish how to fish, So, but she's not going to know. She never knows. They never know. But you can't get angry at it. You just got to understand female nature, and you got to
move on.
Yeah, that's why you got to have multiple partners,
Exactly. And they, then they wonder why.
Well, that's what they're doing because they want that variety. And now with the internet, you've got so many options. Like I said before, you could be a 4, but there's somebody out there that's simping for 4s, and she gets a couple of hard eyes on Instagram or whatever. Now she thinks she's a 10. And it's like,
I told you the other day, a friend of mine was watching one of our videos.
Yep.
Laughing their ass off about what you said, that the 7-Up Club.
Yeah.
And there's with you saying somebody was about a 7-Up Club, and then we're like, and there are 2 down here.
Yeah. I can't tell you how many. I've got that survey that I made. We're gonna have to put it up one day. But I got that survey that I made that, the women answer a few questions and it gives them a rating 1 through 10. And I'll tell you, it is pretty dead on.
Yeah.
I guarantee
if they answer it honestly. That's if they answer it honestly.
Yep.
You have to answer it honestly.
I've told you the one, there was almost all of them lied. So there was one, she said she was a 13. I said, scale goes 1 to 10. So I don't know how you got that.
I don't know, you got 13.
But that's how women are. They live in their own reality, Yeah. They're like, oh. So I redid it with her. And I sat down and asked her the questions again. And there's one question on there that says, have you been with more than 10 guys? Because they've done a study that shows a lot of men think more than 10 is too many bodies to be considered.
They think more than 10 is too many?
A lot of men, they did a study with a lot of men that are, established high value men. How many bodies do you think is too many to consider a woman a long-term option? So but
that's almost, and I hate to interrupt you, but that's almost kind of a double standard. I mean, even though it shouldn't matter if you're a guy or a woman. I mean, if, technically, if a guy can do his thing and be with 100 women or 1,000 women, what's wrong? I mean, what's wrong with a woman being able to do that?
I'll tell you. So first off, men are biologically charged to want to procreate. So we have that pumping through our body all the time. We have to get out there, and I mean, we don't have to, but blue balls if we don't.
Well,
so women, when since the beginning of time, you've seen every religion has tried to make it bad for women to be promiscuous.
Right.
You've got other countries, you get stoned in the middle. I think it's
Iraq,
Pakistan, or something like that. If you get graped by a guy, you are stoned in the middle of the town.
Mm-hmm.
And so and they tell you it's because you were looking too promiscuous. That's why he did it. That's what they say.
That's a culture, though. That's more of a culture.
Well, and another reason is too, because women are supposed to be seen as like, if a woman's seen as has a lot of bodies, she's seen as too promiscuous. And the worst thing that can happen to a guy is he is with a woman, marries her, he's with her long term as a girlfriend, gets her pregnant, he has the kid, he takes care of that kid for a set amount of years, finds out that it's not his child because she was cheating on him. So when a woman has multiple bodies, it's a good indicator that she is going to cheat, has cheated, or she's going to. And the worst thing for a guy, could you imagine taking care of a kid for 18 years, find out it was the neighbor's kid or something?
Oh my!
So it's just,
I don't even want to say what I do.
It's statistics, it's numbers, and you got to think, like we talked about jumping out of the plane. If there was a 60% chance that parachute would not open, you would not do it. Right. So if a woman's had multiple partners and it statistically shows she's more likely to cheat and be promiscuous, you're not going to go into that, right, for a long-term option. Now, to play around with, yeah, no problem.
Well, especially if she's named after a bicycle.
Right. But you know what? If that's a double standard, so be it. It's the only one that we can have as men. Women have so many double standards. I mean, look we just did the one about the magazine. You'll never see a fat guy. You'll never see a fat guy on those magazines. Never see it. We can't.
I want to see a fat guy on Sports Illustrated.
Yeah. We should petition for that.
Yeah. Put a fat guy on Sports Illustrated. I want to see this.
Yeah, we'll try to get something out, Fat Guy Awareness Month or something. Maybe we can have a national holiday for fat men. I'm surprised they don't have one for women.
If I don't think there's an answer to this, because women don't, they like, and I hate to keep reiterating this, but women want the bad boy, but they want a nice guy to treat him right. But when they get that nice guy, they end up being boring. But then the bad guy's too bad and they can't handle it. So it's kind of,
well, like I said,
a rock and a hard spot.
Like I said before, women want Tupac in a tuxedo. They want that gentleman, but they also want that gangster. And you hear a lot of these women, it's crazy. They'll be like, oh, well, I'd prefer a guy that's a drug dealer. They want that fast money.
Yeah.
They don't want a guy that's going 9 to 5 and all that.
Why don't you go get a damn good job? You can get all the fast money you want.
Yeah, but they don't understand that. You get that fast money. Fast money comes slow problems. Are you going to go to sit in prison while he's in there the whole time? No, you're not. Sweetheart, you're going to be on to the next guy while he's sitting in there rotting. And it's like, I'm telling you, women, I'm pretty sure women are the devil. It's just all of them. They're just demons.
Or the devil's wife.
Yeah, they're all selfish. They think about nobody but themselves until they're old, worn out. And now they're like, oh, some guy's going to want me now. Really? Like, so I'll tell you this. So we talk about hypergamy. Women are hypergamous, which means they always go up. They always want to go up. So if they're with a guy that's making 60,000, they're looking at Bill, the builder over across the street. It's making 80,000 as the next choice. Not all women cheat.
They're with the subcontractor. Then they go to the contractor.
Right.
And then they go to
the CEO of the company.
The CEO. And
she's
still not happy.
She might not be cheating on you, but she does know who's next. Mm-hmm. So here's the thing. So women are always going up, right? They're always looking for the better. And so they always say that they're the prize. Well, if they're really the prize,
there's another crack right around the corner, ladies. Because what's the statistics of women versus guys?
4
to 1.
Women versus guys. What are you talking about?
As far as many women as there are guys in the world.
I think there's more women, isn't there?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So don't think there's not another one around the corner just as much as you think there's next guy up
right
down the road. It's going to be harder for a woman to find the next guy up than it is going to find
what is
for a guy to find the next girl just as good as you around the corner.
Right. Look at the calculator we do. And all these women, they want a guy that's, 6'7". He's making 6 figures. He's doing this and that and the other. And the percentage of that guy is always a 0.001 or something like that. What
was it? 0.26 for Kelsey that we had on, or 0.2 something?
It was, they're always small numbers.
Yeah.
And, these girls they have too many unrealistic ideals.
Expectations.
Their expectations, they're out of this world. There's been a bunch of dating coaches, even women. They're women dating coaches. They've been doing it for years. They quit. And both of them said roughly the same stuff. Women's expectations are too high. They need to lower their expectations. So back to the hypergamy. Women are always trying to go up, right? So that means the guy is better. So if you chose a guy that's better, doesn't that make him the prize?
Yeah, but what do you consider better? To me, if they're just looking, if it's just looking for money, money. Here's what girls don't understand, and this is what I've said before about looks. Looks are not the most important. Yes. Do you want a beautiful girl to be with? Yes. But I would rather have a girl that has her shit together, that has a good personality, that I can get along with, versus wanting to throat punch you.
Yeah. There's a lot of guys that will go down in the looks for peace and, as somebody they can get along with that's interesting. They will, go, I think if you go like an 8, 9, or a 10, well, there's no 10s. If you go to a girl that's an 8 or a 9,
Not there
you're
anyway.
guaranteed to have problems.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. And that's also on my chart. And if you got to get somebody, you know what? Actually, I'll throw a 7 in there. 7, 8s, or 9s, you're gonna have problems. You're gonna want to get in that medium of like a 6, maybe a 5, depends on how nice you are. But I would say a 6, an adjustable 6. If she puts makeup on, she might look close to a 7.
Yeah, but you know what?
You take her in a nightclub, she looks like an 8 because of the lighting.
I would rather, and I've dated a couple, but I would rather have a woman that looks good with no. You could never have a better woman than one that looks good with no makeup. That's the woman you need to find, gentlemen. If you can find a woman that looks good with no makeup, and I just said this to somebody not too long ago, and I said, when am I going to get to see you with no makeup? She's like, and she laughed at me. And I did recently, and I said, you know what? You need to stop wearing so much makeup because you really look a lot. I mean, not that you look bad with makeup, but you look good with no makeup or less makeup.
Yeah. Well, I think guys need to find multiple girls that look good with no makeup.
Or that too. That too. Yeah.
But back to what we were saying about this I think there is women. I've heard mixed reviews on women wanting sex. I've heard, a lot of women say, I just don't have the feeling. Don't want to do it as much. And, they'll come up with all kinds of excuses why it's.
Well, then you got a serious problem.
Yeah,
you're not going to have a man that you're not going to have a man very long if you're going to tell him I'm tired. I don't want to, or I'm this, or I'm.
Yeah, you get.
Then you better expect that man to be with a dozen other women.
Yeah, exactly. And you want to know what? When you do want it, I got a headache. Sorry.
Sorry, I got another one already in my bed.
Yeah. But some women will say, though, that so on average, they say that men from penetration to finish, the average man only lasts about 4 minutes during sex, right? Until he climaxes. Right. I seen that number. 4 minutes? Yeah, that's the average.
I mean, you better add about 4 hours onto that.
Jeez. Italian stallion over there.
That's even if it even happens.
If I don't have anything to do, I'll extend it. But you know what? I got a lot of stuff going through my head. A, I'm thinking about your best friend. B, I'm thinking about what I got to do to get some more money. C, I'm probably thinking
who the next one is. Well, I guess it just depends on the timing, because now don't get me wrong. In the morning when I wake up, yeah, it might be a 4 minute.
Yeah.
But take me out at night and it's going to be 4 hours.
Yeah. Strong in pants. Me show you wood. But back to, 4, it says average 4 minutes for men, and the average for women is 10 to 11 minutes. So a lot of women I will hear say, sometimes I just don't like to go through the rigmarole because I'm not getting off. So they think it's, all too much or whatever. I'm not getting off. It. Yeah, they all fake it. I guarantee you it's probably 80 to 90% of them fake it. Which
tell you this.
I don't care. I don't have sex with a woman to get her off. I don't really care I don't care much about.
You're so disrespectful.
I told you I have things.
No, but no, I'm not going to talk about that.
I mean, if you're cool, hey,
if you're attracted to somebody, sometimes if you got a girl and she's attracted to you and she's excited, it's been, pretty quick for her, but, and that makes a guy feel good. I mean, for Jesus. But most girls, it takes them a while.
Yeah. Yeah, they do, and if she's cool, whatever. I like to try things,
Well, that's hey,
not
foreplay.
not butt stuff.
You got foreplay. Well, that's to each his own, but you got foreplay. That's the good thing. That's the good thing. If you've got a woman that doesn't take forever, and you can do some foreplay. And,
oh yeah, dude, those are great. The ones
have some fun, and that's the good ones.
The ones that get off multiple times,
that's the best ones.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
it's like in you as a man too. You feel like, hey man, I'm doing something.
But for men too, it's like, when they get off, it's like, just give me 15 minutes. I'll be right ready to go again.
Yeah. Yeah. But, I read a thing that was saying how much men lose each time, they go.
You lose what, children?
Yeah. It's billions. It's billions, the number. It's actually billions in there. Yeah. One little dollop,
Yeah.
But yeah, no, all the minerals and stuff that they lose each time. That's why men got to get that little recharge moment. We're losing a bunch of vitamins, minerals, and nutrients.
Well, it's good. That's because we're losing a lot of protein.
Yeah, I mean, think about how many generations we just sprayed all over somebody's neck.
So every time I have sex, before the next time, if I'm with a woman and I want to have sex multiple times, should I go drink a protein shake?
Boom! You got to get back those nutrients, man.
Get it back.
How do you think you're going to build those kids big and strong? You got to give them that protein.
Got to have the protein. They say, it's good protein. So
that's right.
Give you a couple 100 grams.
That's right. I told a guy the other day, he was talking about, hey, my girlfriend's really not giving me as much sex as she used to. And I looked at him.
Right, banging your best friend.
I says, you know what you need to do right now? He was like, what, should I say something? Do I do this? I said, the first thing you need to do is start looking for someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you find someone else, if you want to, you can go to her and say, hey, look, this whole you cut off sex thing, it's not working for me.
Yeah.
And if she says, fine, I don't care, you already had someone else lined up and you can just go away from her. But as soon as they start cutting it off, I'm done. I'm
done.
I'm looking for someone else.
Not looking. I'm already.
I mean, yeah, I've probably already had someone anyways. But I was trying to be nice. I was trying to make you my main.
Yeah. And if you're
just a side chick.
And
it's nobody's fault but your own.
That's it.
All you had to do was give me a little sloppy toppy once a week, twice a week. Whenever I wanted to see you, it was that easy.
Yeah. I mean, at least a couple times a week. I mean, for Pete's sake, come on.
Who's this Pete guy?
Or Jared's sake, or Rockstar's sake. For Rockstar's sake.
That's right.
Just twice a week, couple times, 2-3 times. I mean, come on.
Usually all I can do.
It's not that. It's hard, but it's,
it's hard.
But we're gonna let's wrap this up because we don't want this to be too long. But I think we got our point across. And
yeah, ladies, let us know. Do you like to have sex as much as us guys do?
They say you do.
Do ladies get blue balls? Let us know. Leave a comment. Go on our socials. TikTok. Instagram,
Sarcasm Podcast at gmail.com.
That's
Let
right.
us know.
That's right. Get a hold of us. Let us know. We're interested.
And if you're brave enough to come on and answer these questions, let us know and we'll bring you on. But I don't think they're brave enough. I don't think there's any women out there that are brave enough to come on and answer these questions because what we just said is true.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of women, they don't know how to debate. B, I don't think they know how to have conversations.
Without arguing? It's not conversations. It's arguing. It's like, just talk to me.
Well, they can't. They always have the need to be right. They always have to be right, even if they're wrong. I mean, they could convince themselves that the grass is blue, and they'll just roll with it. And it's fantastic.
And you know, and that I think that's what I've learned in growing up is, you know, hey, if I'm wrong, I'm only human. I mean, I used to be a robot, but you know, I'm getting older, so
Perfect.
I'll admit if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll admit I'm wrong.
Right. And if you do something wrong to someone, you take accountability.
Yes.
And that is kryptonite to women. They will not take accountability for things. And I think that's another reason, the final reason why a lot of women don't want to come on shows like ours.
Yeah.
Because they know they're going to get called out for something, and they know it's true. Ladies, you know, there's some things that we've said in our podcast that you know are true. And you're like, guys are figuring this stuff out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Guess what, ladies?
Yep.
We're coming.
That's right.
Literally.
That's right. We are coming, and we hope you'll come with us.
So bring it on. Bring on the questions. Again, Toxic Sarcasm Podcast at gmail.com. Give us your comments. Give us your thoughts. Ask us questions. And if you're brave enough, come on. We're right here.
That's it. We're waiting, ladies. We're waiting. Like, follow, subscribe, and we are out of here.
Peace out.